Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a video log, captain's log for Tahir. Hopefully you'll pursue this at your leisure. Most likely you will not, and I'm wasting my time. Okay, I have had a very, very rough day of bugs, searching endlessly for the right item for this thing. The blue tablet, which just is never there. But at long last, long last, I'm finally successful. And this fucking food and water shit. You're right, man, it just sucks. Anyway, what's the plan? So, updates, right? Hopefully I'll be able to show you. Did you see that? Wait, let me take out my knife. Look at my thumb. It's got green shit all over it. Why does my hand have green shit all over it? Oh, you can see it as I'm, yeah. Anyway, there was a cutscene where they saw where I scanned myself, and it's like the virus has really, really progressed. Right? Let me see. Data downloads. Is that public documents, operational logs? Maybe. Where is it that I would show you? Survival package? What is this? No, not in time capsules. Public documents operation. Maybe here. Notes to self. Okay. Alright. It's not in data downloads. You're probably not interested in this part. You know what? Oh, specimens with symptoms of infection. No, not me. Damn it! There was entry where you could see my hands, and they were all, okay. Basically, I've got a virus. It's gotten really, really bad. Like there's green pustules on my skin, heavy breathing, flu-like symptoms about to appear, right? Meanwhile, that's happening. I'm getting fucking telepathic messages from a butterfly. Like a dark, ghostly butterfly appears on the screen, right? She's like, first she's like, "Who are you?" Maybe I can bring her back. Let's see. Oh, this is the one.
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system. Medical report recorded to databank. It is imperative you find a way to neutralize the infection.
So, then first she's like, "Who are you?" And then she is like, yeah, creepy.
I am what you seek. Want to help you.
And then she said, I'm not gonna do any more. It's just come here to me. It sounds like a really bad idea, but it seems like I am coming to her. I'm pretty sure she's stored in this place, the primary containment facility. At long last, I have found this place. I have found the key to enter this place. All that's left now, to actually enter the place. Right, I think I've got everything I need. I think, let me just take a quick bite or something. Alright. Time to dip. Oh shit, sorry. I'm a good pilot, I promise. Oh my god, okay. Usually I'm a good pilot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to leave this outside. Apparently there's a well-known bug. If you use the prawn suit inside an alien containment facility, you can fall through the floor. By well-known, I mean on the forums. It's reported frequently. I did not know about it. I was in the alien power plant, which you haven't seen yet, and dude, I fell through the floor, just slingshots everywhere. Not good. But in the end, after a few console commands and what have you, I'm here. I didn't lose the save game. People on the thing were like, I'm gonna lose my save. I'm gonna lose everything. I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna leave this outside. Okay. Damn. Oh yeah, that's an alien robot, by the way. They're alien janitors.
Translating local alien broadcast. Warning, vaccine development program terminated. Emperor egg hatching project terminated. Live specimens terminated. Evacuate immediately.
I think everything was terminated. What is this? What? What am I? This makes ion cubes? This device appears to be the origin of the raw mineral that forms the base of the ion cubes, which power smaller alien systems, likely drawing power itself from the main thermal plant. This device may represent an almost limitless source of energy. Oh. Okay. Pretty cool. What do you want me to see now, robot? Okay. Wait, you're attacking me? Since when? I thought we were cool. Dude. What? We were cool. Dude. I feel betrayed. What did I do? This device stores linguistic data from over 1,000 different languages. The core of the device may allow alien text to be read and translated. Analysis of the onboard data reveals a number of ancient Earth languages, and the term CHBC Live appears many times in the device's data. Its import is unclear. The device seems to be configured to translate into the designer's language. It will not work the other way around. Okay. Alright, but we can use it to learn. Again? I hate you skittering, dude. Scans show some form of advanced nanobot inside this seemingly empty case. These bots are substantially smaller than any developed within the Federation, and it is not possible to ascertain their exact function. It would, however, be unwise to release them. Oh yes, fucking invisible cloud of nanobots. God damn. Gee, let's go. This is awesome. Unusual box. Organic matter particulator. Ooh. This device contains a highly unstable radioactive isotope, likely to destroy all organisms exposed to it, while leaving physical structures intact. Okay, it's a bio evaporator, I guess. Although it would function perfectly well as a weapon, it was more likely used to sterilize spaces for later inhabitation. Without instructions, it would be unwise to interact with it. Yeah, I'm gonna say so. Crescent artifact. So cool. This construct is emitting a high bandwidth signal consistent with alien transmissions intercepted elsewhere. DNA on the exterior indicates it was once implanted inside one of the life forms indigenous to 4546b. Its size suggesting the subject was a Leviathan class organism. Beyond tracking and broadcasting its location, the implant may also have recorded biological data on the subject. However, this data cannot be retrieved. Okay. Alien building block. This rock-like object features organic as well as mechanical parts, and there is some genetic and technological crossover with the design of the self-warping constructs encountered elsewhere. It appears to serve no purpose in its current state, and is awaiting some kind of activation sequence. Materials such as this may have been a fundamental building block of the aliens' technology, or even of the aliens themselves. Right. So these guys are big dicks, huh? They're like, this is... Yeah, I'm having too much fun. I'm gonna read them all. Tahe, your shit. Ah, what I wouldn't do. Ancient Earth Blade? An ancient earth blade dating back to the 13th century. Blood samples on the blade match the DNA of 7 separate heads of state from the period. This evidence supports the theory that the aliens are an ancient spaceborne civilization engaged in the surreptitious study of less developed species. Oh. Okay. Is that Earth? You know what? I'll come back to that in a second. What are you doing, bro? Hello? So, yeah, bugs. Bugs have been happening. I'm glad to see there's more of that going on. Fucking game. This carving is hundreds of thousands of years old and made from an unrecognized natural fiber grown on an unknown planet. It bears striking resemblance to the old Earth yin-yang symbol. Two competing theories may explain this similarity. Aliens visited Earth prior to the 4th century BC and influenced the development of ancient Chinese philosophy. The concept of yin and yang is universal, since yin and yang describe the fundamental interdependency of seemingly opposite forces. It may be a necessary existential understanding in some form, in all sufficiently developed civilizations. The tapering of two circles in union in opposed and infinitesimally small points, the finite, is one logical way to represent this understanding, and may have been developed by species independently. May have been developed independently by species other than humans. Anyway, let me tell you a story if you're still here. No, dude, we're cool. We're cool. So, the story is... no, I think I told you I bugged through the floor. Yeah, and then I console commands to fix it. Okay, that was a cool story, bro. Alien statue. This artifact is unpowered, suggesting it served a ceremonial rather than practical purpose. The pyramid resembles vines spiraling upwards towards the warm blue stone mounted above it. It may represent a plant found on the aliens' homeworld, a building of religious import, or even the gravitational pull of their home solar system. Yeah, interesting. Or it may be entirely wrong and you have no idea what you're talking about. Holographic projector. This device contains network apparatus and a holographic projection unit. It was likely used as a communication relay, capturing and projecting the image of the user to a remote location. There do not appear to be any devices in range. Okay, that's their broadcast. Okay, let's see. Let's start exploring. I don't want to kill another maintenance drone. Maintenance drone, we're cool. That's a gate. Oh my god, I did not bring any ion cubes with me. Fuck it. It's not an issue. I mean, I can go and I can get an ion cube. Let's see, maybe there's another ion cube here. This is their aquarium, I guess.
Detecting unusually passive behavioral patterns in nearby predators. Reason unknown.
Peepers entering the containment facility. The pipes drawing water into the containment facility are filled with peepers arriving from the surface. The fish show no signs of distress. The specimens scanned have all consumed high quantities of seed and organic matter from the surface. Some specimens are beginning to show signs of infection. That time lucky. Okay. Now I could just go forward. Ominous, ominous. That looks like a map.
Huh?
So I need to go lower, always lower. Which way did I come in? I came in this way, didn't I?
Integrating new PDA data.
Water flowing to and from the primary containment facility is being automatically controlled, independently of other safeguards. Data on the water composition has been recorded. Inflow. Water is being drawn from different biomes around the surface of the planet. The water temperature is considerably lower than the volcanic environment outside the facility, while microorganism and nutrient counts are substantially higher. Outflow. Oxygen-deprived water is being flooded from the system and recycled back to the surface. Damn. Okay. So I think the aliens created a prison, but it's like the comfiest prison known to the universe. That's one side we haven't explored. Before this is another warp gate. And before it is another warp gate. Okay, so that's 2 ion cubes so far. Oh, this is another one? Dude, chill. Chill, be easy, be easy. Be easy, dude. Good. You know what, we'll come back to it. Which way did I come in? I came in, wait, yeah, I came in from that way. Right? No, I came in from down below. Okay, so I can go up there. I'm sure there's places upstairs. Okay. Dude. Yeah, it did. Another one? Okay. Okay. Now they're taking a piss. So that's 3.
This room appears to be a biological archive storing more than 40 indigenous egg specimens in different states of development. Integrating new PDA data.
Sea Emperor Leviathan research data. Specimen size categories have been adjusted upward to accommodate this species. Feeding and digestion. Alien research data indicates that despite its size, this species feeds entirely on microorganisms it filters from the water, which themselves depend on complicated ecosystem of plant and animal life. Huh. Reproduction. Large ovary-like organs are carried in the creature's middle section, suggesting that like other species on this planet, it produces eggs. However, internal scar tissues indicates probable infertility. Huh. Enzyme 42. The Emperor manufactures enzyme 42 within its stomach cavity to break down its food, and will occasionally expel it into the surrounding waters. This substance was found to neutralize the effects of the bacterium, and its presence in the ecosystem today would explain how life on the planet survived the outbreak. It would remain to be explained by what mechanism the enzyme is being delivered. Health. Comparative analysis of size and metabolic rates indicates the specimen captured by the researchers was approximately 1,600 years old. Extensive internal and external scar tissue suggest it had lived well in excess of the peak lifespan for its species. Okay. Assessment. While a healthy emperor specimen may have held some potential as a cure, it is unlikely any research subjects survived the quarantine procedures. Hmm. Where's the emperor's egg? Surely it's an egg the size of my whole body. Well, I guess we haven't seen it yet. What is this? Okay. And I'm assuming the next one is a warp gate as well. Because that's how they roll. Indeed. There aren't even 4 locations to teleport to. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. This foreplay is perhaps getting annoying.
Integrating new PDA data.
According to translated data logs, an indigenous Leviathan species was found to produce a unique substance referred to as enzyme 42, which inhibited the symptoms of the Cara bacterial infection in other indigenous organisms. The specimen was captured and contained in a purpose-built habitat for further study. The alien researchers went to great lengths to provide for the life form's environmental needs, including the import of interdependent flora and fauna via an onstage warp gate. However, its health quickly deteriorated. When quarantine was imposed, all warp gates and force fields were sealed. All attempts to develop the enzyme into a vaccine had been unsuccessful. That's a baby Leviathan? That's a fetus. That's not even a baby. Sea Emperor fetus. Found preserved in a display case, it was likely a child of the adult specimen contained within the facility. Was superficially removed from the egg casing. Stunted tissue development suggests the organism expired during the removal process. Tissue samples have been taken from the digestive tracts. It appears the aliens were attempting to formulate a cure for the bacterium from enzymes produced in the specimen's digestive system. Without a young, healthy specimen, these efforts were in vain. Okay. Why can't I say I said specimen. Specimen. Without a healthy specimen. And this is the egg they pulled it out from. Yikes. The shell casing is formed from thick layers of carbon composite, suggesting an extensive gestation period. Gestation? Okay. This Leviathan species may give birth just once per century, perhaps just once in their lifetimes. Okay. Shell casing incisions. Precise incisions suggest the laser-based tool was used to cut open the egg casing and forcefully remove the fetus inside, prior to full gestation. Analysis. Time pressure to develop the bacterial vaccine may have driven the alien researchers to cut open this egg and remove the fetus for study. It is also possible that, removed from its parental and natural habitat, some vital condition for the infant to hatch naturally was not met. Hey, leave me alone, bro. Trying to jump here. Nope. Okay, I need to be on my prawn suit to mine that. I'm not going to, because that's a debate. Okay, I need another blue one. Okay, so I need minimum 4 ion cubes and a blue one. Okay, that I can do.
Seek fluid intake. Vital signs stabilizing.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, because fuck going back. Then I need a blue one. Iron cube 2 kyanite. whatever the answer is, go deeper.
Are you here to play? Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone. They bored me. Now they're gone. And instead, we have you. We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it as they did.
Uh, um, Madam Empress? Do I swim with you, or do I... What is it you need from me?
Unlike other alien facilities, scans indicate this location supports a diverse and healthy ecosystem. Explanation unclear at this time.
Explanation simple. She's making it happen. Okay. Jesus, my heart stopped for a second there. Hello? Okay, is there a ladder? How am I meant to get up, huh? No, okay. Apparently I'm not allowed to. If only I had my... if only I had the flotation device. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
Environment scans indicate the water here is rich with a rare, plankton-like life form which depends on the organic detritus produced by the ecosystem around it.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna eat anything. I'm not retarded. The Emperor specimen's eggs are attached to some form of incubator. In normal life cycles, it seems likely that sea emperors would have buried their eggs in shallower waters, where different organic materials in the soil would have triggered a hatching response. The incubators suggest that aliens had resorted to developing artificial... Okay. Okay, I'll come back to that. Yes, Madam Empress? Okay, you don't look at the eggs, got it.
My young need to hatch, to play outside this place. We have been here so long. The others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
Okay, keep running. No, 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 no. Let me read. Okay, hundreds or thousands of years old. Okay. Alien devices penetrate the outer shell layer, likely designed to supply them with nutrients and to isolate them from the surrounding environment. Okay. Amniotic sac. Like many eggs on 4546b, these do not contain a nutrient supply which is slowly exhausted by the embryo. Instead, they exist in a form of natural stasis, awaiting appropriate hatching conditions. Fetal organisms. There is a high genetic match between these organisms and the Leviathan in the vicinity. They appear to be stable and healthy. It is likely that ideal hatching conditions for eggs vary considerably from ideal survival conditions for the parent. Right, what else is that? I should come in here with the prawn suit. Oh, dude, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna come in here with the prawn suit.
The plant life in this area is growing outside its normal conditions. Other life forms fertilizing and pruning the vegetation may be offsetting this environmental deficit.
Okay, this is... And before I got lost... Yeah, remember how I said the prawn suit is bugged inside the alien facility and it can break the game? Guess who's gonna get the prawn suit? Right. Save here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Ah, please. Let's go right then. Oh. Is the thingy right? Is it the same? Hmm. Oh, that is the okay. The okay. I guess I can drop down on the phone suit. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if phone suits can go. This is not smart. This is not smart. This is how you get bugged. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna explore the caverns myself. But okay. Search hatching enzymes. I don't know. What am I looking for here? I don't know. Hatching enzymes. I need enzyme 42. I don't have hatching enzymes. Okay. I've got a mission. So, I go here. Yes, Empress, I can take a hint.
With the passage you have opened, my young can leave this place. But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
New blueprint acquired.
Alright, so.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
$166 meters. Okay. Oh, right above the. Okay. organic substance derived from plants found in the Emperor's natural breeding grounds, designed to trigger a hatching response. Sea Emperor crown seed, eye stalk seed, fungal sample, ghostweed seed. Okay, I can make that easy. And then the Emperor's life cycle. Available biological data has been used to synthesize the effects of the alien bacterium and the Sea Emperor's natural life cycle. This creature likely lived in Okay, there is no evidence to support the assumption that all members of the species were immune from the alien bacterium. Even if this is so, there is evidence that introduction of the bacterium decimated life on the planet, and this would have had a catastrophic effect. Catastrophic effects on the Emperor's food supply and survival rate. The symbiotic relationship between this specimen and other life forms likely developed as a direct result of the bacterial infection. Those life forms which learned to keep the Emperor alive survived with its help. This may explain the vast tracts of lifeless ocean in a rough perimeter around the Emperor's location. Okay. Hatching enzymes. So, what do I need? I need bulb bush? Would that do? Eye stalk, sea crown, fungal, ghostweed, and bulb bush. I don't know what fungal is, but that might be. That might work. No, that's a membrane. That's not a bulb. This looks likely. Spotted dog leaf. And acid. It's gonna be hidden away somewhere now. Alright. Blue barnacle cluster. Cave bush isn't on the list. Definitely sea crown. about time. Felt papyrus. That's pretty. I should probably take that for my aquarium. Cool, Gabe's feather. Time to go back. Oh, I think. Let me just check. God, this is annoying. Okay, time to find a way out. No? Okay, that looks likely.
Thirty seconds.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Ghostweed, bulbbush, and eye stalk. Okay, we'll leave the fungus for later. Let's do the easy ones.